I'm Lauren Kelly.
And I'm Chelsea Beers, and you are listening to...
It's a Parent. Because for some people, it's just not obvious.
A weekly podcast where we discuss and laugh about parenting, all the joys and sorrows, and all the special parts of us that died as individuals. While drinking booze.
Cheers! All right, here we are.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Welcome back.
Every day, every week, welcome back. That's every time. We got to come up with something else. Like,
you know what?
Nice to see you.
They don't care about that.
How the hell you been?
You know what I'm excited about is the plethora of beverages that are decorating this table right now. That to me is fascinating.
Right.
We have cranberry juice. We have iced coffee.
Wait.
Okay.
Explain the cranberry juice. It's not a UTI, people.
Okay, so the reason
that's the first thing everybody thought.
Cranberry juice is because I never provide the drinks.
We all know that, Chelsea.
Okay, I never provide the drinks.
Right.
So I was like, well, you know what? This is a special episode. I'm gonna supply the king of fucking drinks.
Okay, so let's pause there. Special episode. Pew, 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 pew. Why? Because we have a guest today.
No, it's because I brought wild turkey. Let's, come on.
I mean...
The real guest is wild turkey.
That was a damn good turkey sound. You know it was.
It's true. The real guest is wild turkey. We also have this guy.
Yes, so Sam Marcoux is here with us today.
Hello, thank you for having me, and I am here.
We told you guys that we would have a guy on the show, and this is the only one that would give us the time of day.
It's also kind of scary that that's how you have actually introduced that to the audience. Like, we're going to have a guy to defend males.
Yeah.
Is my assumption.
Right.
You're talking for a lot of people today. So.
I don't know if it's defend as much as it is the opinion's got to be a little bit different.
Well, I grew up with 6 sisters and a single mom. So
literally, this is why we grabbed him, actually. Yeah. We saw him walking the streets of Benicia.
Crying.
and we said, you, come to my home studio and let's do a show.
It's the easiest.
Yeah, and I didn't know it was a podcast. When she said, come to my home studio, let's do a show. We'll be filming. And I was like, this sounds awesome.
Which I showed him the wild turkey and he was in.
Yeah, I was like, alcohol, 2 girls, home studio.
That's right.
This is like college all over again, but with children.
Right. Which is super awkward. Normally, I would say that we don't get awkward that early in the show, but that is absolutely not true.
Oh, yeah. No.
Every time. So you fit right in, Sam.
See, I love when women say that.
And he likes to hear that, too. Yeah. That's another one that gets him, so it's perfect.
You fit right in.
Fit right in.
I think it's nice to be a little bit big myself.
Oh, look at you.
Not so big that you break the vagina.
But I thought we were talking about podcasting.
You brought up children. I went right for vagina.
Jesus.
That's it. We're not really good with segues, Sam. You'll find that very true.
We bounce around.
I try to segue, but skateboards and rollerblades are better for me.
Oh, I see what he did.
It's a dad joke.
But they all have wheels.
That is quite a dad joke.
Yeah. Well, I'm proficient in them now.
That's true.
Yeah.
So Sam is a dad.
Yes, he is. And what is your kid?
Human.
What is he, girl or a boy?
What is he, girl or boy?
What is she? What is it? What is it?
She is a 4-year-old little girl.
4-year-old little girl. And that's it? That's all you got so far?
So far, yeah.
Well, you've got technically like 1 million sperm in there. So maybe you
That's
have girls and boys.
accurate.
You have like 1 million girls and boys.
Yeah, but only one that made it to the finish line so far.
She's a winner.
She is a winner.
So tell me about your daughter.
Her name is Chloe. She's fantastic. She's 4 years old. Smarter than I am already, which she speaks Japanese. Shut up, Chelsea.
It's not.
Yeah, this is an audio podcast, but basically the at 4, and Chelsea kind of gave the shoulder shrug, like, well, really? I mean, you don't know him like I know him. But she speaks Japanese, Spanish, and English. I can barely speak English, so yeah, she's smarter than I am.
Well, they say you teach them young.
Yep, absolutely.
You're sure it's not all curse words, right?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't speak Japanese. So the other day I said count to 10 in Japanese, and she spouted off 10 different words, and I'm like, fucking sounds good to me. I don't know. Well, I have no idea.
Do you at least eat sushi?
Well, of course, sushi's amazing.
You had to have met her mom somehow.
Actually, wow, yeah. So I met her mom at a bar. Shocking. And
a Japanese bar?
No.
A sake bar?
We were all Japanese by the end of that night, man. The eyes were drooping and turning sideways. And plus, we crashed a car. So all of the... No, I'm
and your
kidding.
sperm still lived?
No, well, one of them. One of them made it through.
You only need one.
That's all it is. They're like turtles, right? Like you just need one to make it to the ocean, and then a whole generation is spawned.
That's right.
So, but no, she's 4. She just started soccer, which I think she picked the sport that I don't know anything about just so that I have to shut the hell up on the sidelines the entire time. I can't offer any support. I mean, I can offer support, but I can't offer any advice because I don't know anything about soccer. Like if she'd picked football, I'd be like, look, you got to, sweep to the left. If it was baseball, I'd be like, you got to, take on 3-0 count. If it's soccer or basketball, I'd be like, you got to quit. But
yeah, because you're a super sports guy, right?
I love sports. Sports, that was the only thing growing up that was a manly thing that I knew what to do. I knew how to watch sports and talk to people about sports. I have a sports podcast. But other than that, I grew up, like I said, I grew up with nothing but women in the house. It was sisters, mom, female dogs, female cats. Like I was outvoted.
A lot of pussy around.
It was, we're going to watch Annie or Transformers. We're going to take it to a vote. And I lost every single time. So,
well, sports.
But tomorrow is only a day away.
That's right. So 4 years old going on, 16?
Yeah, that's about right. Like, she fucks with me all the time. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on your podcast.
Of course you don't.
Yeah, so she fucks with me all the time.
We don't allow cussing, but we do it every 3 minutes.
Well, I mean, by the way, that's because you guys have, it looks like a bar in here.
Yeah.
Like, if we can go back to the drinks, there is cranberry juice for the UTI. This is, to correct you, this is not iced coffee. This is cold brew coffee.
No, it's like...
It's different.
A shot of coffee with
it's
ice.
melted ice right now.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it's iced coffee, because I don't know why they put ice in the cold brew coffee. That seems redundant by Starbucks.
Because it's a hot day, Sam.
It's like 80 degrees. This is not hot.
It'll become regular coffee in a minute.
That's true. I'm very moist.
And now we know all about Sam.
So am I now.
So yeah, we've got cold brew shot coffee.
Right.
Yep. We also have 4 beers and 3 people. I'm not sure how that quite works.
No, 3 beers.
Oh, I thought those 2 were yours.
I already drank one.
Okay, I'm sorry. My mistake.
And only 3.
And there's 3 different ones.
That's right.
I'll represent all the males when I say, I'm sorry I was wrong.
Write this down, people. Today is the day.
God. Here it is.
That's the reason we actually chose him to be on the show.
I'm used to saying, I'm sorry I was wrong.
All we have to give him...
He should teach a class.
I mean
that's it. That's the whole course.
We'll have him back on the show, and we'll call that episode, I'm sorry I was wrong.
Yeah.
101,
I'm happy
what
to
you
do
should
it.
expect from your man, and if he doesn't act like Sam Marco... You gotta say, get the fuck out of here.
I thought it was Marcoux, but the women just said Marco, so I'm
Marcoux.
sorry I was wrong. SamMarco.com.
Marcoux. Sam Marcoux. And I was wrong just then for the first time in my life.
Right.
First time for everything.
I haven't been wrong yet.
Yeah,
so.
well, we're waiting. It's going to happen.
We're only a few minutes in. So.
We are 7 minutes and 48 seconds in.
But who's counting?
Me, I am, technically.
Sam is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam, I've got a burning question for you.
They have cream for that.
And this
drink the cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Drink the cranberry juice.
The cranberry juice.
Told you I went right to vagina, and you guys made fun of me, and you both brought it there. Listen.
Burning.
What the hell are you going to do when your daughter starts dating?
Well, I'm hoping I'll be dead by then.
Oh, stop. That's going to be at least in like 6 years.
I know. I got a good half century left.
That's
half
right.
decade. The beer is working.
Whoops. There it is.
Hopefully a half century, actually.
Thought it was a half century, but now I guess it's a half decade.
No,
so.
I'm
sorry. You're right.
I don't know. My mind hasn't gone there yet. Since she's 4.
Yeah.
I do know that when she goes to like daycare and school and all that, she tends to hang out with the older boys. You know, by older I mean like 5, 6, 7 years old. And it's okay. I'm like, okay, she's making friends. And then I'm like, okay, what the hell is this going to mean when she's 14 and she's hanging out with the 17-year-old boys?
Right.
I don't know. I don't own a gun, but I have a hard head, so I'm just going to start headbutting motherfuckers right in the nose when they show up. No, I don't know. I'm not that way. I'm not that kind of parent that at this point is super overprotective. Now she's 4. That's probably going to change. But I'm the kind of guy that I think is going to just let her make her own decisions for the most part and try to guide her. as much as I can. That's what I'm hoping.
I mean, being raised by women, I think that you'll do a really good job. The hard thing that I have is that everything is so different. Chelsea and I talk about that a lot on this show and how different society is and raising
from
kids
when we were kids, you mean?
Correct.
Right.
I don't think it's that different. I think that's a misnomer and a myth. Well, I mean, there's more information, but it's about how that information gets to your kids. So when we were growing up, our parents had these same conversations, not on a podcast for everyone to hear, but that's the difference. They sat around drinking wild turkey and beers at a house party when the kids would be asleep in the other room talking about, it's just different than when we grew up. I kind of feel like it's been that way forever. It's just a matter of the amount of information that can get to you or that you have access to. So really, that's the main difference, is that it's a much smaller world because, I mean, my kid can get on the internet and talk to a kid in Japan, right now.
Yeah.
That's probably what she's doing.
We've never been this accessible to everybody else. That's definitely true.
No, we see porn.
But
you just type up cranberry juice and a vagina pops up.
Well, I don't know what's on your search engine.
Well, it's
I type in cranberry juice and I get Minute Maid's website. I mean, I get Safeway.net or whatever. I don't get porn.
Are they at .net?
Yeah. I feel like they set it up when they thought .net was going to be the thing. Like, they've been around a while, like, this is the key. But no, I don't know. Like, my kid, like, she's probably talking to somebody in a foreign country right now. We could check. She's in the car. But
is the
80 degrees outside.
Is the window cracked?
It's apparent that there's certain things you shouldn't do.
But
but I don't know.
Is your daughter super social? Like, is she a social? Does she go up to like strangers and want to talk to them and stuff, or is she? Is she a little more wary or,
That's a good question. She actually goes back and forth on that. There's some days where she just wants to go talk to everyone, and there's days where, and I personally love these days, where she doesn't want to talk to anybody. She just kind of nuzzles into me and says, carry me, carry me, carry me. But for the most part, she's actually pretty social.
Yeah.
Which is why she's in sports right now, I think, is to kind of learn a little bit about how to, A, work with other kids, and B, understand that sometimes you got to lose. Like this little fucker, she's so competitive that, like, I live in a 3-story townhouse, and we'll get ready in the morning, and our bedrooms are all the way up on the 3rd floor. She's so competitive that she thinks just walking downstairs in the morning is a race. And she's 4, right? So she's, I don't know, half my size in terms of height.
He's not short, ladies and gentlemen.
She's a tall kid.
He is not short at all. She's half your size. You've got a grower. She's 4?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. Your refrigerator is going to be empty just like mine.
It's a grower, not a shower, as they say. But we're walking down the stairs. I just made a dick joke while talking about my kid.
I know, and I didn't even flinch at it.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
It's not weird at all. This is the table for it.
Yeah, so we're walking down the stairs, and she'll literally put her hand out in front of me. You know how, like, if you're trying to get in front of somebody, she'll put her hand out in front of me. Now, while she's doing that, she's like a step or two in front of me so that her arm is like right at mid-shin level.
Oh, I thought she like grazed your
penis
because you said she was half your height.
No.
Picturing
she's trying to win, but we're walking downstairs. So what she's trying to do is make sure that she's going to win. But she puts her arm out, and then I fucking tumble down to my death every single day because she wants to win. And now I'm at the bottom of the stairs, like with a broken neck and a bruised ass, and she's like, "Daddy won!" and starts crying. I'm like, "Daddy's dead. Can you call? Do you know what 911 is? Because Daddy needs to do that right now."
It's the important.
So she's super competitive. So I'm trying to figure, like, I think sports right now. My main goal is A, go out and have some fun. B, figure out that you're not always going to win. Although so far all she's done in sports is win, so it's really kind of backfiring.
But does she win at home? Like, for example, if she pouts about something, or do you let her win, or are you like a hard ass?
I give up. I'm actually pretty strict with her. But the problem is she's pretty smart. Like, I'll give her, athletically she's okay, I think, but her brain is always working. Like the other day, I don't know what the fuck we were fighting about, but I basically said, "You know what, Chloe," her name's Chloe, and she goes, "What? Am I going to have to go to my room?" And then she stomps upstairs.
I love her. Yeah. We should have her on the show.
And then she goes, "What are you going to do, take my toys?" And starts throwing the toys down the fucking stairs at me. And I'm like, that's actually exactly what I was going to do. So now I'm out of ideas, and I looked it up. I Googled it. You can't hit them. Like, you can't.
No, you can't.
Especially now that they
talk. You can't
talk.
even threaten to hit them at this point.
No, because she'll tell.
Yeah.
She'll tell her mom. And so I was just like, you know what? I don't know what the hell. Yeah, go to your room. Give me them toys. I don't know. I don't know how to punish her because she's smarter than I am at this point.
Because then when she jumps the gun and punishes herself, do you win? Like who's
No, people who punish
mind fuck.
themselves. That's called suicide.
But Chloe does this to Sam.
She mind fucks me.
She was in the car. I will never ever forget this because I think I'm going to use it on stage.
Hold on, let's get backstory.
You're going to steal my joke that I use on stage?
But no, you don't use it on stage.
Which one?
I've never heard you say this.
Hold on. For our listeners, we've got to give backstory real quick. Like, we didn't actually find him on the streets of Benicia.
That's
Chelsea
true.
knew him.
Right.
They're both comedians.
Sam
Correct.
is a fellow stand-up comic, and so we've done shows for years.
So anyway,
years now,
she knows. Go ahead.
Okay.
Now cut to.
So that's why I know Sam, and I know of Chloe. We've never personally met, but
I haven't met your Chloe either, for that matter. So.
that's true. My sister's name is Chloe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hi,
Okay.
Chloe.
Yeah, she's fine. She doesn't listen.
Chloe.
It's apparent.
So Sam was telling the story. He was driving the car, and Chloe was in the back seat in her car seat, and she said, "So, Daddy, we're in the car."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this story blew my mind. She goes, "So, Daddy, we're in the car," and he goes, "Yeah." And so she goes, "So, are we inside or outside?"
Blew my fucking mind.
Right.
Done.
I know.
Done. I'm dead. My
See?
brain blew up.
And mine too. And this is why people have children. Because we never thought to look at the world this way. And what an amazing question.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that question
It's
to
true.
this day.
It's like, well,
Yeah.
and how I would have answered it. And I never had a baby. So I probably would screw this up. But I'd say we're outside the house, but we're inside
Too many words for kids.
a car.
Incorrect.
I don't think it's too many words for kids.
It's just inside or outside.
The more words you use,
But if you say both,
the better.
then it's like, oh, okay, why?
But
And
you know
then
what the
explain it.
follow-up questions are, regardless of how you answer? Well, what if the windows are down? Fuck, that's an extra element I didn't know.
Okay. Can I bring up something? Because this
Sure.
is something I actually have words on. I didn't raise the kids since they were that young. I have stepchildren,
Okay.
if you don't know, Sam. And they're both boys and they're 16 and 14. But I was a nanny in New York for a 3 and a 4-year-old. 3-year-old was a boy, 4-year-old was a girl. And what they were right at that. Why age? And I'll tell you what I did, and it worked every time.
Adoption?
They would ask me, no, they
Oh.
weren't my damn kids.
Is that illegal? Can you put other kids up for... I feel like that's a loophole that might...
I mean, I don't know.
I'm
It
gonna
might have
check
been a
with
good
my
idea.
lawyer.
It might have been a good idea.
Start putting kids up for adoption that I don't even own.
Maybe, and they probably would have been snatched up because they were beautiful. And after I nannied them, they were totally ready to go.
Yeah.
So what did you do? For the
I
why?
said, I would ask them. I'd say, you tell me why. And most of the time, they would tell me the exact reason. Why. And then I'd say, you're right. Or I'd say, no, the main reason is why, blah, 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 blah. But it challenged them to use their brains to think of the reason why. And I was blown away. One circumstance, interesting story. I had the 3-year-old, Imran was his name. He was an amazing little kid.
What was his name?
Imran. And
Not
we're
like
walking,
Enron, the company,
No,
but with
Imran,
an M, like
I-M.
Marco.
Yeah, like Marco.
Marco. Sam Marco.
Exactly like that. So we're walking down the street in New York City, and he's tired, of course, because all kids are. I don't want to walk. I can't walk.
One of the most annoying things a
And
kid
right
can
at
do.
that time, this handicapped gentleman knew the sounds of the gods, and he turns the corner and he starts wheeling his way towards us, and I pull.
Sorry.
So we have a man on the show. This is what you get.
That was Chelsea.
Sam,
That was me.
I require in my home studio for you to say excuse me.
Excuse me.
Now your daughter Chloe will be so excited. Your
She
dad
can
has
outburt me
manners.
at 4 years old, too.
bet.
Yeah.
I bet. So he wheels towards us and he says, I said, Imran, this guy cannot walk. You can. You just don't want to. I shit you not. The next day we're on that same damn block and he says, Lauren, I don't want to walk. 3 years old. He put it together. All because of the handicapped gentleman. And my words.
He went from I can't to I don't want to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Some heroes don't wear capes, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a shame that I'm not going to have children. Of my own.
For who?
I remember when I was in New York City and a homeless guy said $1 for a joke, so I gave him $1 and then he sat there staring at me and apparently I was supposed to tell him a joke.
I can't.
And then
I almost threw up
and then
the beer.
it's a true story.
It's down the wrong bite.
You broke her.
So bad. That's so good.
That took less than 20 minutes.
I would have totally done
That's
that
a personal best.
Yeah, less than 20.
Oh my God.
I was walking down New York City. I used to live there.
Now I'm going to have to burp.
Okay.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Excuse
I want you to lean into the microphone
Yeah.
when you do it. Oh.
my God.
Well.
I hope you turned your volumes up for that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I was walking down the streets of New York City and I heard one guy go up to another guy. They were both homeless and they were sitting outside. And one guy goes, man, I really want what you have, dude. I really want what you have. And the other guy goes, cancer?
Oh.
And I couldn't help but laugh. And it's like, you can't laugh at that.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious.
Oh, you can totally laugh at that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The grass is always greener, but I'll tell you what, their water bill is a hell of a lot higher, man.
Oh, man.
Look at you. Look, that was like, I like that. Since we're
Wild
trading,
turkey.
I know this is a parent podcast, but since we're trading homeless stories, I got two really good homeless stories.
Yeah,
One in
let's hear it.
Arizona, one in San Francisco. Which one do you want to hear?
San Francisco.
San Francisco?
I was going to say Arizona.
Okay, I'll tell both. Fuck it.
Quick, hurry
We'll
up.
start with San Francisco. So I was 21 years old. I was with one of my best friends who's my lawyer now. And shout out to Justin.
It's got to be after you're best friends with Sam. You've got to be. It's like, I love you. I'm your lawyer
Look,
now.
my two best friends are a lawyer and a fireman. Like, I'm fucking good to go.
You're good.
You know, and a comedian's the third one. But we're 21 years old, and we're trying to get to this like club in San Francisco, and we couldn't figure out what to do because we're stupid. That I started banging on this map, like, stupid fucking San Francisco, and I'm hitting it, and all of a sudden it slides open, and it was like a public bathroom, and there was a homeless guy inside with his pants around his ankles and his dick in his hand, and he looks at me and goes, "Excuse me," and then closes the door back to the bathroom. So that was my homeless story in San Francisco. I laughed forever. He didn't know where the club was either. I spit on your microphone. Sorry.
Okay.
And then the Arizona one is I was going to a baseball game and
He's burped and spit on my microphone.
I'm about to take a dump right on these kissing frogs that are on the table.
We went from kids to dumps. See?
Yeah.
And everybody thought I was bad.
Which is kind of the same.
This is the last,
kind of the same.
The last
It's kind of the
guest
same.
we're ever gonna
Yeah,
have.
first and last.
We just lost or gained
I am
all of
the-
our listeners.
I am
This
the-
show is going to be the... It's the fork. It's the fork in the road. Chelsea left. She walked,
did.
She legit walked away.
I've legit walked crowds before, but I've never walked other comedians before. That's a
I think
first.
actually she's walking to get another cocktail.
Oh,
Are you going to get a cocktail? Are you going to get
how
another
old are you?
beer? I know.
Cocktail.
I know. I'm like 80 years
Are
old.
we at a speakeasy?
Yes.
Is the password
And next week,
Hitler?
only if you put your fists in the air.
Oh, look at that. That's how you knock.
And we are going to have martinis next week.
Oh, look at you guys.
You didn't grab our guest another
No,
beer?
it's
I
fine.
didn't know if you wanted one.
Well, I haven't told my Arizona story yet.
Okay, go with your Arizona story. Wait, first, do
short.
you want another beer?
I'll take another beer.
Hey, everybody at home, grab another beer. Or
Grab
a
another one.
cocktail or
Open that up. Grab
a
speakeasy.
juicy fruit or a
Juicy
water,
fruits are
whatever you're
good.
doing.
Wallaroo.
Okay.
Shout out to Wallaroo, which isn't around anymore. It's a shame that Wallaroo's not around anymore.
Nobody knows what that is.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
Wallaroo was like a fizzy juice drink, kind of like your Crystal Geyser. And my mom used to work for them.
Where did you grow up?
Australia.
Oh,
And,
that explains. Nobody knows.
Well, they have funny fucking words.
I'm like, we had Yoo-hoo here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They had a thing called Wallaroo. I'm not even fucking kidding.
It's opposite because it was Australia.
So, like, this is my personal 9/11. The story I'm about to tell. So, Wallaroo, they had all the juices and flavors, which were like, let's be honest, like cranberry, apple. It was like standard fucking juices, and I want you to keep that in mind as I tell the story. They were shipping all the juices to the United States, and apparently the ship sunk.
Apparently.
Yeah.
What?
And so they were like, well, Wallaroo's out of business. And I cried. I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, the ship sunk. And I'm like, okay, as a kid, that makes a lot of sense. Like, okay, that's it. As an adult, I'm like, isn't it just fucking cranberry juice and carbonated water? Like, why can't we just remake Wallaroo? It should be able to happen.
Is the business on a ship? Isn't there more
No.
product?
My mom was out of a job. She got laid off because Wallaroo sunk in the ocean.
I wish you would have told me this because I got cranberry juice and soda water in my fridge right now. I could have hooked you up with a Wallaroo.
Reenact some Walla motherfucking
We could rule a wall. We could do whatever we want.
We could rule a wall. Okay, so the homeless guy in Arizona.
Oh, I thought you already told the story.
No.
Yeah, no.
It's a real short one.
Okay,
I'll make
that's
it
fine.
brief. So basically, I was with two of my buddies. They're twins, Brian and Tim Barry. Shout out to both of them. We were driving to an Arizona Diamondbacks Los Angeles Dodgers game. Sean Green hit a home run in the top of the first. We lost the game. It's unfortunate. Anyway, point is...
Oh my God, you're like fucking
He
Rain
burps
Man.
and he talks sports, ladies and gentlemen. We have a man on the show. We have a man on the show.
We're literally at a stoplight, and I look over to the right, and I just see this like humongous, like, I don't know why fat homeless people exist. Like, if you're not doing that bad.
What the fuck are you eating?
You know?
I agree with you. Although there are fat
But
little
there are
black
those
kids
like
that are
dollar
dumb.
menus and stuff. Like if you sit out for an hour, you can get $1. You can go to the fucking
That's true.
fast food.
That's true.
Yeah, but one cheeseburger at Mickey D's is not going to make you fat.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless you're sitting on a box on the corner for 8 hours a
There
day.
you go.
So-
There you go. Continue.
All I do is I'm in the backseat of the truck, and I'm just kind of staring at a homeless guy, and it's like, oh, whatever, a homeless guy. You see homeless people all the time. Out of nowhere, this guy literally just like kind of looks around, shrugs, pulls down his pants, and takes a dump on the sidewalk. And I was like,
poop.
this is, yeah. I was like,
how long was this light?
Seriously.
it was, well, I mean,
you were-
Phoenix, you know.
No, I don't. What does that
Oh.
mean?
I don't know what that
Well, it means that it was a steamy ass poop because it is hotter than hell there.
It was hot as shit there, that's for sure.
Well, and he made this decision very fast. If you're sitting at the light,
But
Hey,
it
when
was
you
like-
gotta go, you gotta
yeah,
go.
it was like 110 degrees. Like if I'm 110 degrees and I'm a fat homeless guy, like I'm not walking to a bathroom like the guy in San Francisco. I'm just going to take a dump right here.
I feel like if
Right.
you're homeless, the world is your home, and you're just gonna go where you got to go.
That's true.
that's true.
I mean, where's the bathroom if you don't have a home? You know what I mean?
have completely-
Like mine's to the back, to the right. Like if you don't have that,
It's good to know.
it's really for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're down to the last few bodily functions that he has to do to
That's true.
check off his list.
Yep.
It's true.
So
I didn't know how to check.
What
things.
else you got for us, Sam?
he didn't know he had to
Let me actually know.
I have hijacked this show, ladies and gentlemen. This is a show about parents, and we got into drinking.
I
We do this.
actually had questions for you.
Let's hear. I want to hear
Okay,
questions.
we gotta hurry though. We only have
what time are we at?
least
How much-
We're running
10
the light.
minutes.
Yeah, we're
This
running
is
the
gonna
light.
be our longest episode. I love it though. So let's keep going.
It's a
Okay,
marathon.
well, this is an actual question. This is a legit question.
I want to hear it.
Because I'm dealing with this right now, and I want to get your input on it.
Now,
okay?
your son is how old?
My son is 13 months old.
Okay,
Okay.
been there.
Shout out to Chance.
What's up, Chance?
He's a kick-ass little kid.
Listen to this in a couple of years.
So, here's my question regarding you, Chloe, and Chloe's mom. Okay? Because you and Chloe's mom are not together,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Were you married?
Never. No.
Oh, so you're not a step parent. Okay.
No.
Or not step. Well, that wouldn't make it.
Well,
Never mind.
Don't hurt yourself. We're gonna have shots in just a couple minutes.
Oh my God.
We're only one in. Okay, so my question is, how do you and Chloe's mom? I'm so sorry. What's her name?
Her name's Nicole.
Nicole. Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you and Nicole come to agreements when it comes to making decisions that you want Chloe to do, like regarding parenting? Like, do you guys have open communication when it comes to that? And does it? How do you guys come to agreements?
Yeah,
with
we
that?
communicate really well, actually. So, like, I'll go back to the soccer thing. So, my kids started playing soccer. So, I get a text from Nicole that says, "Hey, this is a Friday. Soccer practice starts Monday at 4:30. It costs X amount of dollars. See you there." So it worked out very well for it. No, that's a joke. That's actually what happened, but that's rare.
Did you get pissed?
No, because I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, the kid likes soccer; she's going to play soccer.
Well, and that's how fast it
But
happens
it
too.
is also, it's annoying when that type of shit happens. And I'm sure I've done shit to her the same way. Like I remember.
If hold on, I didn't mean to cut you off, but if it did happen that fast and she did let you know,
That's literally what happened.
Because that's what happens for us too.
Yeah.
When we're communicating and it's like it is that fast, so we let her know as soon as we know.
Yeah.
And it's always that wasn't enough time. You didn't, So
No,
cool. That's great that you were.
But see, this
So you
is
go
good
to
for
soccer
me to
practice.
know as a new mom because I don't know that things happen like that.
Oh,
And I'll just say
So
this.
fast. I had
I'll
no
say in
idea.
her defense, I think it slipped her mind. Honestly, I mean, we're all as parents so busy that sometimes shit just slips your mind. Like I thought I told him about soccer, but maybe I didn't, so I should resend it, right? So shit happens. I get it. I wasn't really that upset about it. And it's a positive thing for the kids, so you kind of put it off to the side.
Right.
Ultimately, all joking aside, when it comes to your kid, and you guys know this, and your listeners know this, you have to do what's best for them.
Right.
And ultimately, if you can check your ego, if you can put all that to the side, you can come to an agreement. You can get along with anybody. I don't give a shit who it is. You can get along with anybody,
Right.
even if it's for 5 minutes. And if it's for the sake of somebody else that you created, you can absolutely do that. Now, I do have, shout out to Rachel, my girlfriend. She's got 2 little girls. So I'm actually sometimes in charge of 3 human beings.
But it's a girlfriend, but you are then a kind of a step parent. You're involved in their lives or no?
Yeah, I mean, we just got the question the other day from my kid, are so-and-so my sisters or my friends?
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
It does.
And here, check this out too, because they've been together for a little while now.
We're going on 2 years.
And
that's more than a little while.
Yeah.
And they're great. But check this out. Is Chloe's 4 and Avery is 5.
Avery just turned 6
3.
and Lily's 3. So Avery just turned 6.
Oh, that's right. So they're right next to each other.
All together.
They're all together, super close knit. Whenever pictures go on Facebook, you can see it's very sisterly vibe.
Well, in 2 years, you're going to connect regardless.
It's like half their life,
right?
Yeah, half the kids' lives.
But my kid, she goes, "Are they my sisters or my friends?" And I said, "Technically, we're outside when we're in the car." That was my answer to her.
It took you that long to figure out.
7 months later, I'm like, "We're outside. We're not inside. We're outside." And fuck that question. But no. But there's 3 of them when the 3 of us are together, or 5 of us are together. 3 of us, 5 of us are together, and that's a whole other dynamic altogether.
For sure.
And that is trying to figure out what's best for 3 human beings, not 1.
Correct.
And you also have her ex, and you have my ex, so there's a whole city of people that need to.
Now, were your exes a part of you 2 coming together?
No.
Was that something that you told Nicole?
Your ex, yeah.
Did you tell her, hey, I'm interested in this girl, Chloe's going to be around her for a while? Is that something that you guys talk about?
So Rachel had met, so I'll back up a little bit. So Chloe's mom, Nicole, and I were never together until after Chloe was born, which I know is kind of weird to say.
Well, you were together.
We were together, but yeah, we weren't dating. And then we figured we should try to date for the sake of the kid. Found out real quick that we did not really like each other.
Right.
But she
not
was...
like that.
Yeah. No, or at all. But
really? Okay. That's cool.
She's never going to listen to this. But...
it's good to know, though, because that's hard, too.
What ended up happening is that we ended up... she lived with me for the first 2.5, 3 years of Chloe's life, even though we weren't together. We were together for 6 months, didn't work out, and then she continued to live there. Rachel had already met Chloe in that time because Rachel was a friend of mine.
Right.
And so she already kind of knew Chloe. I sort of knew Avery, her oldest. So we kind of knew each other. But when Rachel came onto the market, which is kind of a weird thing to say, we started dating. And since the kids we were already aware of each other's kids, we kind of...
It was a natural transition.
Yeah. But we've always joked, her ex-husband and Chloe's mom, maybe we should get them together so at least we know where the kids are at all times.
Right? That's brilliant, actually. Do you think they'd get along or no?
Oh, God.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's really hard.
Yeah. That's weird commune.
I bet there's situations where that situation...
Let me ask you this. So this just came up. So the mother of my child invited myself, my girlfriend, her 2 kids, and of course my daughter for 4th of July to hang out at her parents' house.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a big block party thing. My girlfriend wants to go.
But it's a block party. It's not her sitting in the living room with a bottle of wine.
But it's hosted,
come and join me.
But it's hosted by...
Question.
Yeah.
Has she met your girlfriend?
Yes.
Has she met your girlfriend's children?
No.
Okay. I say go for it.
Me too.
I don't want to go.
If and only if... Listen, hold on. I'm not done.
Oh.
This comes with other things.
Oh, man, I interrupt a lot.
Never do I ever say...
Apologize, Sam. Apologize.
I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Of course you were. Do you see yourself with your girlfriend for a very long time? And I'm sorry, I don't mean to get super...
I know, right?
She's listening to this right now.
She totally is.
No,
hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Yes, hi, Rachel.
I want to know honestly, because that, to me, would be the turning point. If this is the woman, the next woman, if that's the one...
Yeah.
Because I had a husband that did that with me, too.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then I say go. Because you know what?
But I don't like them.
You don't have to stay. Just go.
So why would I go then?
Because
kids, it would show kind of good face.
All of your kids deserve to know everybody who's going to be in and out of their lives.
I hate this show. I hate your show.
You know what? This is the thing. See, I may talk about vaginas and penises a lot, but I No, my shit.
You can have the rest of my wild turkey.
Rachel, babe, I know you're listening to this. She's shaking her head in the car right now like, motherfuck, yes.
I think you should totally go. I totally do. And I know that you don't want to go because I think it's going to be uncomfortable for you. But think about the fact that Rachel wants to go to show good face. She wants to have her kids with you. You want to be with Chloe on 4th of July.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are going to be going as a family unit. And you're just going to be showing off. Look at this.
Can I just get drunk and fall into a pool? That's what I want to do.
You can get drunk, but you can't fall into a pool.
Why not?
Yes, of course.
Because your kids can't save you.
They'll be asleep.
Avery's in swimming lessons.
There's no reason he should be there after they're asleep. Once the kids are ready to go, he should go. He and Rachel should bounce.
But wait, if it's a 4th of July picnic party,
you have to be there after.
You have to be there for the fireworks because that's what
I don't want to do that.
As soon as the fireworks are done.
So why don't you guys compromise and you go and have drinks and have food and hang out on the block party and do the thing, and then before nighttime hits, you guys go and do your own private 4th of July thing so that everybody wins. It's like the best of both worlds.
What if we just FaceTime in?
Fucking
don't. It's either all or nothing. Listen, it's all or nothing.
No, it's not all or nothing.
Oh, you want to hear?
It is.
No, if you do best of both worlds, you can go and show face, but then you can also go and do your own thing.
I want to answer
Ms.
Ms. Kelly's question.
Oh,
if I can.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess it would be Ms.
Are you a Ms. now?
No,
well,
she's
I'm a
Mrs.
Mrs. But I'm a Mrs. Stanovich.
But I know her as Kelly.
I go by Kelly for this, for everything, really.
So I'll tell you a story.
Except for my checks.
Are we inside or outside?
My girlfriend hates when I do podcasts because I always do this shit. I'll tell you a very romantic story about my girlfriend and I, because you asked, is she the one? Right? I'll tell you this.
Hold on, real quick before we get into that, I want to say something.
Can I have a shot first?
You realize that now, okay, so the 4th of July is coming. Clearly, we're recording this prior.
June 29th.
Right. So I promise.
How the sausage is made, ladies and gentlemen.
So I promise that I will find out the update as to whether or not they went to 4th of July.
I think this should be our next episode.
all of our listeners.
It's a good radio tease. I like this.
It doesn't matter. It's still going to be Monday. It's going to be after the day. So I want everybody to know, like, we will find out whether or not he went and how it went.
Oh, I see what you mean.
In order, so when you guys listen to this episode, you can just go to our Facebook or you can go to our YouTube. I'll even post a video talking about it. Maybe we'll have him chime in.
Let's do like a 15
we could do a
minute
See, now we're just booking you again.
Look at it. I was going to say, should we do this weekly? Like you can just see the days of my lives.
Honestly, it would be great if you would keep us updated. You could just send us a message
shoot you a text.
Facebook or an email, and we'll post it for our listeners, because what you just brought up is so legit in other people's lives, and it is a constant struggle, and I think that they deserve an update on that. Okay, now go on with your...
That's
my daughter.
Well, I'll give you another 3 minutes.
Okay, my daughter said she had dinner for lunch. That's the type of updates you're getting. Okay. Oh shit, we're recording right now. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So people are just getting the side of my humongous head on this. They're recording video, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and they saw Chelsea when she left to go get a beer.
Oh, wild turkey right there. Okay, so my girlfriend and I, we don't fight that often. Like every couple, we have arguments, right? So we had an argument not too long ago. It doesn't matter what it's about because I don't even remember, to be honest. But we were sitting there after making up, and and I said something like, and this is legit. This is true. I said, look, every relationship I've ever been in, I've always known that there's an expiration date on it. Like I always knew in some way or another, like this isn't going to last. Like this might be 10 minutes, this might be 10 years, but it's going to end. And I told her, I said, I don't have that with you. Like I feel like this is just something that's going to keep going. And she was like really, Chelsea's rolling her eyes right now. And I said something like, I said that, and she was like really excited. And I said, plus you have an amazing ass. And I just killed the mood.
I think that's amazing. I would love that.
I know. But see, we're different. Sam posts pictures of Rachel. Rachel is, I'm so sorry.
Gorgeous.
Rachel is perfect. Like, I don't
Jesus
understand
Christ, let's not put her there.
How a human being looks like this. Like, I mean.
That's true. She's gorgeous.
It's nuts. Like,
and she is perfect.
So why does she have an ex?
Hang on a second.
Because he's a moron.
There it is.
See, this is why she loves you.
Yeah.
But, like, it's weird. Like, he posts pictures. Like, they went to the water park when it was, 300 degrees out.
Oh, my God. She looked amazing that day.
Right. It was like a bathing suit that, like, Barbie owned.
I'll show you the picture.
Just like, it was like she had definition in her abs where, like, I would need to use like sidewalk chalk.
Yeah, like she's got a
no highlighter and contour.
What I like
and lighting.
Yeah, what I like to say.
Or a black.
But then he's posting it, and he's like, your washboard ads, babe. Blah, blah, blah.
Look, that's the picture right there.
Are you kidding me?
She's beautiful.
She's got a 6-pack in her abs.
But
I have a 6-pack on my abs.
Two kids.
Because the whole like physical thing pisses me off. Rachel, I'm going to be honest with you. The reason I like you is because you're on board with the whole family blending thing. If he's going to sit there and talk about he doesn't see an end with you, then that's the next step. Let that be heard. Also, Rachel, you should come on our show.
Right.
That's never going to happen.
You don't like podcasts.
No, Rachel, I don't know. See, the cool thing
she
about...
would come on the show in a second.
She might. She might.
Come on the show in a second.
Here's the thing about being... And Chelsea knows this very well, in all seriousness. As a comedian, as somebody who gets on stage and gets paid to tell dick jokes... It can be very hard to
Dream
date.
job.
Yeah, it can be hard to date. It can be hard to find somebody who's okay with that lifestyle. Because let's face it, nobody's doing a matinee for a comedy show. Right. You're out late at night, and then when you get off stage, you're gonna unwind. Exactly.
You have to.
She's all about it. She's like, "Go do this." And like, I took a break from the stage, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
And she comes to the shows that she
supports.
She comes. She's come to the Benicia shows when Sam's been on, and she'll have a drink with me. She knows me. She's just very, very supportive. And it's hard to find someone that's going to accept this. This is an actress. Because when you are on a shoot, you don't know if this shoot's going to be 10 hours or 10 days.
Exactly.
You have no idea. And so, you have to be willing. There has to be a level of flexibility and a level of compromise in every single relationship. And if you don't have that to the nth degree,
bye, Felicia.
And it's tough. I mean, it's really tough. Like, again, when you're on stage, you're a type A personality. You're literally standing on stage saying, "Look at me." And she's not that way. She's very much supportive. She's there. I'll run things by her and she'll tell me if it's shit or not when it comes to a joke. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I bet Rach, you should come on the show. She would come on as a parent, I think.
I think that would be great. And I think it would be wonderful to hear her point of view. And I think for me, what I love, and I know we made a lot of funny jokes this time, and that's the goal of the show, is just keep this whole thing lighthearted. But at the end of the day, it comes down to realizing that there's so many different types of parents out there.
Yep.
And people who parent in different circumstances. And I love you for sharing your story. Sam,
I love you for giving me beer.
We'd love to have you back.
I'd love to come back.
Should we have a cheers?
And we're finishing this show with Wild Turkey.
Chelsea's trying to get me a felony right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Keep it up, Sam. I need for you to let us know.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, where can people find you?
Where can people find you? What's your deal?
Shot by himself.
Go ahead. Talk now. Go ahead.
I finished before you guys did. Sorry.
Well, that's because I was still talking.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Sam finished.
Before us.
You know what, Rachel? I need you to come on the show and defend me now. Just for that. My sister's probably listening. It's going, gross. And my mom.
Stacey.
Hi, Stacey. And Summer. And Janelle.
Hi, Summer and Janelle.
And Robin. And Valerie.
I don't
Natalie.
know them. I only know
so
Stacey.
So many women.
So okay, people can find me at sammarcoux.com, M as in Mary, ARC as in cat, OUX as in X-ray.com. You can find
and don't pronounce it wrong.
I don't give a shit if I'll tell you, I know we're out of time, but I mentioned Safeway earlier. When you're a member there, they call your name, right? Like when you punch in your little number, your member rewards number.
Yeah.
I was going through there one time and I was in a hurry going to a party and the lady goes, "Thank you, Mr. Mangoo." And I like stopped and I'm like, "What?" And the guy behind me like already started like checking his shit. I'm like, "You and your milk can wait." What did you?
Mangoo.
Yeah, I go, "What did you call me?" She goes, "Mangoo." She repeated, I go, "Mangoo." I go, "That's the dirtiest thing you can call me."
That should be your stage name. I go, that's amazing.
You called me Jizz.
What your first name should become? Come Mangoo.
Yeah, and then
or Penis Mangoo. Or
Willie
Mangoo.
My middle name is Richard.
Oh, so, that's good. So we should call you Dick Mangoo.
Yeah, Dick Mangoo. So
Samuel Richard. Wow, you have a really adult sounding,
very regal name.
Right.
Everyone else in my family,
bullshit.
like Stacy, my oldest sister, Stacy, her name is Stacy Ray. My mom's name is Patty Sue. My aunt's name is Sally Ann. My other aunt's name,
Dick.
Yeah, and then my other aunt's name is Donna Joe. Like they all sound like hillbillies, and then I sound like Samuel Richard.
Oh my god! Yeah.
I get the regal one.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they were like, "What's?" They just wanted like the manliest name. They were like, "Finally a
boy." Yeah.
Where else can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Tiger Clomedy, but it's usually a bunch of political and dick jokes, political jokes and dick jokes. You
guys love it.
For any gentlemen that are listening to the show, I have 2 podcasts. One of them is called Perfectville, which is a sports podcast. Very, very popular, actually. That actually brings all the boys to the yard. That's my milkshake. The other one hasn't...
You just lost them.
Yeah. The other one hasn't launched yet, but it's called 2 Reviews with my buddy Matt Somerville, who is the Hollywood kingpin. He knows everyone and anyone in Hollywood right now, and that's not a joke. So we're launching a new thing probably August.
Nice.
So it's called 2 Reviews, and it's the name of the show is what it is. He brings something, I bring something. We review it, and then we move on with our lives.
I love it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
When are you going to be at Tommy T's next?
Yeah. So I'm doing so well, and Chelsea knows what the white tickets mean here.
He brought hell of tickets. We're going
to run a contest right here on It's Apparent.
There's 3 of us, and he brought tickets like we have an audience.
We're gonna run a contest. So for the first 200 listeners that want tickets, the Summer Comedy Bash at Tommy T's in Pleasanton, California. I've got a couple of free tickets. If anybody wants them, you can claim them. But that's a Sunday, July 16th. Technically, the day before, Arsenio Hall is going to be at Tommy T's. But he canceled, so technically he's opening for me now.
It's just you. I love it.
But it's 7:00, the Summer Comedy Bash, Tommy T's.
July 16th? Is that when it is?
That is Sunday, July 16th.
Okay.
You've got the great Kabir Kabizi Singh, who's going to be there. The awful Jeremy Curry, who's going to be there.
Oh, he's terrible.
As well as myself. And who knows who else might possibly show up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So can we give tickets away?
Absolutely.
How many tickets do we have?
What is that? Give that away.
Well, no, we're going to give some of those out today.
Yeah.
Let's say we're going to give tickets out to the first 20 people that request them.
All right, so if you guys want a ticket to the show, let us know. We'll hook you up, but you got to let us know ASAP.
Let us know on Facebook or Gmail or Twitter.
We'll keep you updated with Sam's drama at home.
There's no drama.
Stop. I know. I'm just saying, with all the stuff we were talking about, we got to fill them in, Sam. All right?
Southern Belle over here.
Right. Well,
was that Southern?
I felt like it was Savannah, Georgia.
The
he came from Australia
and the Georgia Lynn. And
he don't know. He upside down.
Bring back Wallaroo.com.
He upside down talking about.
There's at least 3 people listening to this that want fuck yeah Wallaroo, and I know that for a fact.
And then the other 3 are like, why is this 40 minutes long?
Thanks, Sam.
Oh, bye.
High
Thanks,
fives.
everyone. High five. Are we high fiving?
Oh, yeah.
We're high fiving.
Yeah.
All right.
Follow us, guys. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at It's Apparent Pod.
You can also follow us individually. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube's Chelsea Bierce, Bearce.
If you're interested in following me and seeing what I'm up to, you can find all that information on my website, lauren-kelly.com.
And don't forget to review us.
Yep. Bye, guys. We out. Make it count.
Boom. Bye.